Welcome back, everybody. If you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button, and if you like this video, then smash that motherfucking like button. The second wave that I talked about in several of my videos up to six to 7 months ago is finally here. And for example, Governor Whitmer closing high schools, colleges, in-person dinings, casinos, and movie theaters. So this is the second wave that I was talking about 6-7 months ago when this whole pandemic began, that I said would be here in October to November. Well, it's here. We're about to go on extended lockdowns and quarantines, and we're going to have mass mandates in every city and every state in America. It is about to be, well, just like Joe Biden himself said, a dark winter. And if he actually pulls this, the most fraudulent election of my lifetime off, and he actually becomes president, we are not only headed for a dark winter, but we are headed for a very dark 4 years, my friends. Yes. We are headed for very dark times if Joe Biden actually becomes president. But yeah, this is the latest right here. You know, Governor Gretchen Whitmer announcing wide-ranging new restrictions limiting gatherings at high schools, colleges, and restaurants Sunday night to combat what she describes as the worst moment yet in the COVID-19 pandemic, what I call the second wave. Like I've been saying would happen for the past 6 months to 7 months of my videos since this pandemic began. I've been saying that the second wave would hit around October to November, and it would be a whole lot worse than the first wave. And, well, it's looking like that is coming to fruition, because not just this libtard piece of shit right here. It's, you know, all of the Democratic mayors and governors, they are, you know, putting restrictions in place. They are locking people back down. And like Joe Biden said, we are about to go into a very dark winter, especially if he is elected president. But I just wanted to end with this video right here about the election. And I've already did a video about how I've gave plenty of examples on how they fucking cheated this election. And the one big example of how they cheated this election will be called the Dominion voting system that several states refused because it had glitches, and it had well-known glitches. Basically, this software was created by radical libtards. And it is controlled by radical libtards. So, I wonder which way that system is going to work when it comes time for it to be put to use, when it comes time for it to do its job. I wonder which way that software is going to lean. So I just want to show y'all this video right here. So this is Fox News, and this is Sidney Powell, and she says she's about to release the Kraken. So for all of you libtards out there who thinks Joe Biden is the president just because the media says so, not so fast. Let's watch this video.
Welcome back. According to public records, Dominion voting machines are used in 2,000 jurisdictions in 30 states. According to experts, if one site has a flaw, other sites are likely to as well, which is why
imagine that.
Texas rejected using Dominion software 3 times, raising concerns that the system was not safe from fraudulent or unauthorized manipulation. That's troubling, given we already know that at least 2 software glitches in Georgia and Michigan occurred on election night. Attorney Sidney Powell is leading the charge against Dominion, and she says she has enough evidence of fraud to launch a massive criminal investigation. Sidney, thanks very much for being here. We appreciate your time this morning. I want to get right into it. We just heard about the software made by Smartmatic from Rudy, and I want to get your take on what you and I spoke about just a few minutes ago, and that is a gentleman named Peter Neffringer. Tell me how he fits into all of this.
Yes, well, he is listed as its former Admiral Peter Neffinger, or retired Admiral Peter Neffinger. He is president and on the board of Smartmatic. And it just so happens he's on Mr. Biden's presidential transition team that's going to be non-existent, because we're fixing to overturn the results of the election in multiple states. And President Trump won by not just hundreds of thousands of votes, but by millions of votes that were shifted by this software that was designed expressly for that purpose. We have sworn witness testimony of why the software was designed. It was designed to rig elections. He was fully briefed on it. He saw it happen in other countries. It was exported internationally for profit by the people that are behind Smartmatic and Dominion. They did this on purpose. It was calculated. They've done it before. We have evidence from 2016 in California. We have so much evidence, I feel like it's coming in through a fire hose.
Wow. So, Sidney, you feel that you will be able to prove this. Do you have the software in your possession? Do you have the hardware in your possession? How will you prove this, Sidney?
Well, I've got lots of ways to prove it, Maria, but I'm not going to tell on national TV what all we have. I just can't do that.
Okay, but you have a small time frame here. The elections are supposed to be certified in early December. Do you believe that you can present this to the courts and be successful within this just couple of weeks?
Well, let me put it this way. First of all, I never say anything I can't prove. Secondly, the evidence is coming in so fast, I can't even process it all. Millions of Americans have written, I would say by now. Definitely hundreds of thousands have stepped forward with their different experiences of voter fraud. But this is a massive election fraud, and I'm very concerned it involved not only Dominion and its Smartmatic software, but that the software essentially was used by other election machines also. It's the software that was the problem. Even their own manual explains how votes can be wiped away. They can it's like drag and drop Trump votes to a separate folder and then delete that folder. It's absolutely brazen how people bought this system and why they bought this system. In fact, every state that bought Dominion for sure should have a criminal investigation, or at least a serious investigation of the officers in the states who bought the software. We've even got evidence of some kickbacks, essentially.
Kickbacks. I want to take a short break and come back on that. And I want to ask you about the kickbacks and who took kickbacks in which states. Sidney, stay with us. Quick break, and we've got more.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Do not think just because the media says Joe Biden and these fucking libtards go out in the streets and celebrate that Joe Biden is the new president. Just because these fucking people say that he is the next president doesn't mean that he is. Okay? So the next couple of weeks are going to be very, very interesting. This fucking Dominion software was created by a fucking radical libtard. And its purpose, the whole fucking purpose of the software, is to do exactly what it did on election night. Switch a shitload of votes from one candidate to another. Anyway, so we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. But I pray to God, and all of my subscribers better pray to God, that Joe Biden does not get into office. These are the same fucking people that let drag queens read to children. These are the same fucking people who think there's 50 to 60 some genders. These are the same. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on with the craziness of these fucking piece of shits. And we do not need the leader of America being a radical fucking libtard. I'm just saying. Anyway, I got plenty more content coming. The next few weeks are going to be very, very interesting. So stay tuned, stay woke. God bless. Click that subscribe button, and I'm out.